All right, everybody, welcome back. I've got Amanda Rathbone on the show with me today. And I wanted to invite Amanda on the show because I think, what you guys do, Amanda, everybody poo-poos on short-term rentals. Can I say that on TV? Everybody that wants to invest in real estate, not necessarily just short-term rentals, but everybody's like, oh, I can't do it. Interest rate's too high. I mean, there's all these things. Real estate prices are too high. And I wanted to kind of prove to people that you still can invest in real estate, because let me just give you guys kind of an intro to Amanda real quick. Amanda's a real estate agent, has been for a long time. She and her husband also own investment properties, and they are short-term rentals. They own them, they manage them, and they're still buying them, right? So you just bought what? Your ninth or 10th rental property just recently, or your short-term rental?
Yeah, we just bought our 9th short-term rental in December.
Yeah. So how did you find the opportunity? Obviously all of the things that you own are short-term rentals. So just walk us through what makes a good short-term rental in your mind. How do you set it up? How do you rent it out? I mean, really the whole thing.
Yeah, so what we're looking for when we buy is just the price per square foot. So if the price per square foot makes sense, I really don't care what the interest rate is. With the short-term rentals, you have the potential for so much in the way of a return on investment, where instead of like a 7% for the long term, like we're aiming for 18 to 20%.
Wow.
So as long as our price per square foot makes sense, with room for cap gains and room just in case it doesn't take off initially, like we're fine, we're buying. And the Memphis market itself, like the price per square foot here is so low. There's a lot of potential, upside potential.
So you're really looking at it as, if we jump in here and we make this a short-term rental, I'm not, if it's 150 a square foot market, I'm not buying for 200 because I can't sell it back into the market, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we actually try to get, like, our goal really is the 150 a square foot buy-in. And of course, area specific, like it has to be near those attractions, like where people are staying, near a highway in case people are traveling. So actually a lot of our business for the short-term rentals aren't even people that are coming to Memphis for the tourist stuff. It's just people that are traveling,
Really?
need a place to stay.
They're just looking for a place to crash.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get somebody, markets are weird all over the country, that Memphis is 50% occupancy, Houston's 60% occupancy. I mean, you guys maintain 80% plus
Yes.
on your short-term rentals. How do you do that in a crowded market where the average is 50%? What's the secret, kind of sauce there?
So that's on my husband. He likes to jump in and play with the numbers. There's all kinds of things to do for the algorithm to make yourself seen on Airbnb. We don't block off nights. We have a really relaxed cancellation policy. Just he's got some tricks that he uses to get that occupancy up.
Do you guys only have Airbnb as a channel? Do you do VRBO or direct bookings or anything like that?
Yeah, so we only do Airbnb. I think it's something crazy, like 90% of all bookings in Memphis are through Airbnb.
Yep.
We're open to using other channels. We just haven't had to at this point.
I got you. So you stay full. You just, one channel. That's all you need.
Yeah, we opened our first short-term rental in 2015, and we hit about 80% occupancy since then. So like every single short-term we've opened has been from the beginning 80%.
It's amazing. And so you kind of know, like, if I buy this short-term rental, it's down the street from the other one, I'm going to hit 80%. I just know what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty solid. And so from an amenity standpoint, what are you giving your guests in your Airbnbs? What do they look like? What are you giving them?
Okay, so that is where I have this unique perspective. So I sell homes, and I sell a lot of homes to investors who are trying to get into the Memphis market. Yep. And so a lot of them have been influenced by these Instagram gurus who are like setting up these crazy Airbnbs with hot tubs and like putt-putt. And I actually get to see those perform in real time. And then my husband and I, our strategy is a bit different, where we're just doing nightly rentals. Like we're just doing nightly rentals where people want to stay. It's kind of like midterm. And I see the bigger Airbnbs, the not party houses, but the ones that are catered towards events, they're really struggling in our market anyway. Yeah. And so really the midterm ones are the ones that are flourishing.
So like the bachelorette party house in Scottsdale, that model doesn't really work in Memphis, is what you're saying.
Yeah, not in Memphis. I do not recommend that whatsoever.
Yeah. So it sounds like, I mean, people are just, they need a place to crash. They maybe, or they haven't, do they have pets? Are they bringing pets with them? Is that something that,
Oh, that's like all of our business. So we really do cater towards pets. Like all of our units have fences. We do the dog treats, dog bowls, dog beds, lots of pets.
okay. Everybody, not everybody, a lot of people shy away from short-term rentals because they don't want their house destroyed. They don't want a party. They don't want all these things. Is that a valid concern?
I mean, it's a valid concern if you're not keeping an eye on your investment. So like if you're just letting anybody book it, you're not screening, people are having parties. Yeah, I mean, there's a potential for damage, but you really have to on the front end screen your guest. If there's pets, how many pets? If there's people, how many people?
Yep. And then how do you bank it? How do you bank an Airbnb from a finance standpoint? What does a loan look like?
So we're just doing right now. So we're open to DSCR, but we haven't had to. Like we're getting right there to the end of our 10. But
Okay.
we're just doing 20% down, 25% down, conventional loans. We own a couple outright. We've just been real shy with the leverage. Don't want to be over leveraged. But yeah, we're definitely playing with that more in the future as we get more and more properties.
What is the 10 thing that you mentioned? You said you're getting close to 10. What does that mean?
Yeah, then we can't do the typical conventional loan. We have to do some type of in-house product.
I got you. So you got to go to a different lender or do a different product. You've got to move it away. So you're basically, if as you buy properties, they're underwriting you right now, not the property, essentially.
Yeah.
And then from a revenue standpoint, is it pretty easy to get paid on the Airbnb platform? I mean,
yeah. So we haven't had any problem with payment. We haven't had any problem with fraud. Everything's been really up and up. We have gotten really creative with the parties. So in our market, a lot of locals, I think it's nationwide, but a lot of locals are trying to book and throw parties. So we've gotten really creative on the reimbursements from Airbnb and air cover. And this actually been like a very successful endeavor where we've submitted some claims and we've got compensated rather quickly from Airbnb.
Yeah. A lot of people, man, so the biggest questions that people have that are skeptical get again at the business are, the parties, getting paid, somebody's going to call and cancel their credit card, not pay the bill. There's going to be a party up, going to destroy my house. Air cover's not going to be there for me. So you're saying like, you're just not experiencing any of that.
Nope. Since 2015, I've never experienced that one time.
Yeah. And look, everybody, Amanda and Randy have hundreds of reviews on Airbnb. So it's not like, you guys are doing this part-time. I mean, this is a big operation for you.
Yes.
And you started, so I've got, a couple minutes left. You started a short-term rental management business. Tell us about that. So you were managing your own stuff for a long time and you opened it up to other investors, right? To manage their stuff.
Yes, it happened organically and accidentally, and it was never something we set out to do, but we just started having clients that were like, hey, can you also manage ours? So we already had the infrastructure, we had the cleaning team, which is the biggest part. I mean, cleanings, that's where all your reviews are going to come in. Yep. So we grew the cleaning company and then slowly took on other units. And now we're up to 32 units.
Nice. The reviews, by the way, that is something that is currency at Airbnb. Is it still? I mean, is getting 5-star reviews as important and being a super host and all that? Is it as important with your strategy?
I still think it's really important. I mean, as a consumer, when I'm looking to book a B&B, if somebody has Superhost by their name, I instantly feel better about the whole reservation. I feel like I'm in a trusted place with a trusted person. I'm in a safe space. So yeah, I mean, I think it's very important.
Yep. Well, look, I've got 30 seconds left. Amanda, for somebody that's looking to invest in the Memphis market, I mean, we get questions all the time of investors looking at all markets all over the place. So we try to introduce our viewership to people who are, who operate specific, niche real estate services all over the country, investors, owners, operators, what have you. If somebody's curious about getting into the Memphis market, I think you've got a pretty commercial view of the way that, you're trying to advise clients. How do people find you and get in touch with you?
Okay, you can get a hold of me on Instagram at Amanda Sells Memphis or through email, amandasellsmemphis@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, Amanda, that's my 10 minutes. The studio's telling me to shut it down. So thanks for coming on the show today. We'll have you back and we'll be right back. Everybody, we're going to take a short break. So see you on the other side.
Bye.